Today we're going to learn how to draw and paint a bicycle, my favourite. Starting with the pedal, we're going to draw the outline using a black pen. Some lines and circles going on here. Spokes, the wheel shield, a bit more of the bicycle frame. There you go. Then we're going to do the back part of the bike and the seat. And then framing it to the front. Excellent, a square and a rectangle and our handlebars. Do you ride a bike? Me too. Let's put a basket on it. Then we can put our toys in it. And our front wheel, just like the back one. Double circle, a shield, and some lines in the middle. There, it's ready to paint. Let's start with yellow for every other triangle inside the wheels. Ooh, lovely. I like it. What do you think? Purple next. We're going to alternate yellow and purple because we think it looks fantastic. But you can choose your favourite colours. What's your favourite colour? Mine's purple. Now green for the bicycle tyres. First the back one. There. Now the front one. Next we're going to use pink for the wheel shield. Ooh, very nice. And the seat. And some turquoise. This is one of my favourite colours too. Doesn't it look brilliant? Our basket can be turquoise too. And red for some details. Pedal and some silver. Little bits here and there. And for our main frame we're going to use gorgeous gold. And some brown. And some peach. Last but not least, let's go back to our yellow to finish off our bicycle frame. Green to finalise the back and the front. And there you have it. The best bicycle in the whole wide world. Come on, let's go for a ride. Hi and welcome to a step-by-step guide of how to draw and paint a rickshaw. Fantastic! Start by bordering the wheels and finishing off the rest of the wheel and then doing the back part of your rickshaw, the frame and the body. Little bit of detail here and there, couple of lights on the back, curve over the roof, slant the front, making a window, and the light, the front frame, the front wheel, and the doorway. Inside detail a little bit, so we've got our seats and our pole going down the middle, open door so you can see right in, and then just framing our door. Brilliant. Back seat looking nice and cosy there. Final frame, decorating a pattern on our roof, and there you have it, ready to paint. Let's start with yellow. Painting the main part of the rickshaw's body. What a gorgeous bright colour. Painting very carefully around all the detail because we don't want to paint those by accident. Front part too. And the light. Now for some green. Look at that vibrant green. What a fantastically bright colour. See how it offsets the yellow? A little bit of the roof green too. A sparkly greyish black for the wheels. There. Now for some red to frame our window. And the wheel frames, that's the front one and the back one. And some gorgeous bright pink, painting a bit of the roof, the inside of the wheels, and the floor for the inside of our auto rickshaw. There, fantabulous. Now for some turquoise for our window. Multicoloured stripy roof. Gorgeous peach for some inner frame. Purple next. You can experiment with any colours you like. You can even do any pattern you like. painting in our detail and then going for the gold, finalising with our final roof stripe. And some little details here and there. Now brown. We're going to use brown to paint in our inside bits of the chair and our handbrake at the front, and then silver to do the middle pole and the leg of the chair and the little detail on handbrake, and then finally royal blue to complete our seating. And there you have it, an absolutely gorgeous sparkly rickshaw. And here it comes. Beep beep. Want a ride? Come on then, hop in to our beautiful rainbow rickshaw. Woohoo! Hey kids, today we're going to show you how to draw a plane. As usual, we're going to draw the outline first, put in the pilot's window, and start colouring in. We're going to colour it in bright pink first. Ooh, I love a bit of pink. Around the window, stay in between the lines. You know, when you're colouring something in, it's always best to start with the borders first because that's the tricky part. Then you can just fill in the rest, which is much easier. There, the hard bit's done now. We've just got to colour in the rest. A little bit at a time. Left, right, left, right, left, right. That's it, you're doing it. Hey, do you like planes? Have you ever flown anywhere? Me too. I've flown all over the world. It's amazing, isn't it? Just like a bird, defying gravity. What's your favourite plane? Do you like those big ones, Boeing 747s? Or do you like the little ones like our lovely pink plane here? Me too. Keep going, you're almost there. This is fun, isn't it? I love colouring in. Ooh, perfect. Yeah, we're done. Time to decorate. Few details here and there, like the wings. 2 main ones on the side and 2 on the tail. Bright yellow wing. That stands out fantastically against the pink, doesn't it? Beautiful. Don't you think it's great? Just like bird feathers. Lovely. All of them the same colour. Right, time for a bit of detail. Let's put some windows on, shall we? We must let passengers see the view. I think we're going to draw 3 square windows using our bright yellow colouring pen. There. And a nice pale cornflower blue for our front window. The beautiful colour of glass. And almost there. Side to side. And done! Brilliant! Let's put a bit of glass on our other windows. And how about a smiley face? Draw in eyebrows and some circle eyes. Let's draw our window frame borders. That black really makes the bright colours stand out, doesn't it? And there you have it. Back to the face. A nice bit of reflection in the eyes there with a white pen. Reflection in the windows too. And what's next? I think a mouth using a brown pen. It's a very happy plane with pink rosy cheeks. And don't forget the tongue. Plain-tastic. Hey kids, today we're going to draw the planet Earth. Start by drawing a big circle and then some squiggly lines to map out your land space, starting with South America, Central America and North America, which is all joined together. You can look at a map and copy the shapes if you're not sure how it goes. Brilliant! Let's do Africa now. So we're drawing our continents. And now for a little piece of Europe. A tiny boot. That's Italy, you know. Now we can colour in. We're going to colour around our land with blue, of course. It's the ocean and the seas. Careful to stay in between your black lines, not going over any borders. So we're just showing one side of our planet Earth. This is where we live, folks. It's a beautiful place. Did you know that the Earth is mostly made up of water? Yep, that's right, folks. There's way more oceans and seas than there is land on our planet. Earth is known as the blue planet because there is so much water. And that's why we have life, because water is the base of all life. We can just imagine the other side of the Earth since it is a globe. Keep colouring with that blue. Right, almost done. There you go, time to colour the landing. We're going to make it all nice and green using a lovely medium green colour, carefully colouring in between all these wiggly lines. You know, colouring like this can be rather therapeutic. I find it quite relaxing. How about you? And just look at our gorgeous blue planet. Isn't it fantastic? Wonderful. South America. Hey, let's go to Europe next. Hey, what's your favourite country? I love India too. How about your favourite continent? Asia? Oh, fantastic. Well, we're colouring in Africa now. Have you travelled anywhere? Where have you been in the world? Have you ever been to Africa? And nearly done. Finished! And there you have it. The blue planet. Let's put some clouds on for a finishing touch. And there you go. Earth. Our planet. Hey kids, did you ever want to be a doctor? Let's draw a medical kit. We're going to start with, can you guess what it is? Yes, that's right. It's a syringe. Let's paint it in brown. And some blue for the liquid inside it, all the way down to the bottom of the compartment. And how about brown at the end too? And let's draw on some lines for our measurement. Some long lines and some shorter lines too. Wow, that's a brilliant syringe. Well done. What next? Oh, I know. Can you guess what it is? Yep, that's right. It's a tablet pot. So we're just drawing the outline of a few different sized tablets in there. Right, let's paint it sparkly purple on the lid. Ooh, lovely. And half of our tablets can be purple too. We just love that colour. Let's do green for the other half of our tablets. And there you have it, a tablet pot. What shall we do next, kids? Yeah, what a great idea! A stethoscope! Have you ever tried using one of these? Let's do turquoise for the middle and the end parts. Lovely! How about some gorgeous green? Ooh, that does look lovely and mermaidy. And some red. What a gorgeous looking stethoscope. You can listen to your heart now. Now what's next in our doctor's kit? Oh, well, we must have a carry bag, of course. If you were a doctor, what things would you put in your doctor's bag? And it must have the medical sign on it, which is a big plus. Let's paint the handle green. It's such a gorgeous, unusual, olive, yellowy green. I just love this colour. Let's do green on the bottom too. Very nice and symmetrical. Now let's do a luscious fuchsia pink for the other parts. Painting around our cross very carefully. Wow, let's do the cross turquoise. Yeah, that really stands out against the other colours. Wow, what a fantastic medical kit bag. What next? A thermometer, of course. No medical kit is complete without a thermometer. Let's start with green colour. Hey, have you ever had your temperature checked when you've not been feeling well? Me too. And purple. Green and purple. Ooh, lovely. And it matches our tablet pot as well. Almost done. Brilliant. Let's put our numbers on there. 36.6 degrees. Perfect temperature. kids, let's draw a mixer truck. You're just going to do some circles for the wheels and the wheel shield, and then start to draw the border and outline of the truck. Super easy, making a few different shapes. Steering wheel there, the front part, the back part, the mixer. A few stripes down the middle. There you have it, ready to paint. Sparkly grey for the steering wheel, sparkly yellow for the front body of the truck. I really love that grey against the yellow. We're going to do yellow on the inside of our tyres as well. Gorgeous. Let's go for grey again on the main body of the wheel. I do love the contrast of those two colours. They really stand out. Hey, do you like trucks? I love them. They're super important and super helpful too. They do so many cool jobs. This one mixes cement. Let's use blue for one of our stripes on the mixer. And how about some green for the next stripe? Gorgeous. What next? Oh, I know, some turquoise for our window. Perfect. Now for a dark green. Some royal blue to shield our wheels. Lovely arches. And some bright sparkly red for our main body of the mixer. Lovely! And the other side can be purple. Ooh, I'm loving this colourful mixer truck. Let's do orange for the bottom part. Yeah, and finally, some aquamarine. And we're done! Hi kids! Today we're going to show you how to draw and paint a video game controller. Ready? Start by drawing the outline. We're going to draw the border. And then some buttons. And smaller buttons. We can draw a cross shape. Some circles. And some small circles. Medium circles. Rectangles. It's so easy. You just need to draw a few different shapes, some lines. And there you have it, ready to paint. We'll start with lovely yellow. Sparkly yellow for the main part of our video game controller. What's your favourite colour? Me too. I like all the colours. Painting around the shapes very carefully with a small brush. Careful not to go over the lines. Almost there. And done. Right, now for pink. Let's paint the ends. Lovely. I love this sparkly pink. It's so vibrant. Let's do the top buttons too. And the other side. And matching up with the left bottom side too. Voila! Turquoise next. We're going to paint our middle part. I love how these colours stand out next to each other. And our buttons at the bottom, the inside part. Now let's go for red. Sparkly red for our big buttons. Carefully painting around our cross. And then purple. Let's do the second big button purple. Painting around our small circle buttons so that we don't go over the lines. And then brown. Sparkly brown to go around our turquoise circle buttons. Green for our stripes. Absolutely fantastic. Let's do the other side. Yeah, and then red again. Why not? Let's paint our final stripes red. That really does look super cool, doesn't it? And turquoise again. Oh, we love these colours. That's our cross. And our small buttons on the other side, but only two. Now we're going to do the middle one, pink. And then green for our remaining small circular buttons. And finally, a royal blue for our last remaining button. And there you have it, a gorgeous rainbow video game controller. Game on! Hey kids, today we're going to show you how to draw and paint a sparkly dump truck. Who would have thought? We start by drawing some circles. Small, medium, big. Join it to another one. Big, medium and small. Now we're going to draw the outline, the front part with a double border and the light on the front and our window frame. And then we're going to draw the rest of our frame. Really, we're just drawing lots of different shapes. Triangles, quadrilaterals, rectangles, squares, circles. Double bordering it too, just like so. And some bars vertically across the middle. See how many shapes you can spot. A rainbow at the top. Excellent, time to paint. Starting with green for the wheels. Yeah, we love some bright wheel action there. Both wheels the same colour. Brilliant. Now red for the inner bit. And some yellow for the middle. Ooh, sparkly. Let's use brown now for the front part of our dumper truck. Carefully painting in between the lines. And there. Bottom part. And some more yellow for our gorgeous frame. And a light. There you go. And our bars. And the bottom part of our rainbow. Next we're going to go purple. We'll paint in between some of our yellow bars. These are rectangle shapes. And a triangle and some pink. We like to alternate pink and purple with that gorgeous sparkly yellow. It looks so bright. Yes. And the front. Then we'll use turquoise for our window. And silver. We're going to colour in the inside of our rainbow shape. And the front frame. And red to border our window. And the outer part of our rainbow. Finally, we're going to go for a bit of bronze colour. Woohoo! An absolutely gorgeous, sparkly, colourful dump truck. Whoever knew it could look so beautiful? Hey kids, it's a gorgeous day today. Fancy a day at the beach? Let's draw. We're going to draw 2 lines, one down either side of our page. Add a sun in the middle by doing a circle with the sun rays all around. A smiley face, of course. Yay, and rosy cheeks. Then we're going to draw some clouds. Just a few, 1 or 2. Very easy to do. There you go. How about some flip-flops? We definitely need flip-flops on the beach, don't you think? Perhaps some seashells and a starfish. What else might we see on a beach? Ooh, I know. A beach mat. Let's make it a stripy one. Brilliant. And a bucket, of course. We can't go to the beach without a bucket now, can we? Another rock. Now let's draw the ocean. Some waves. Very easy to do, just curvy lines from one side to the other side, layering it like that, marking out our beach area with a few hedges at the back. And some palm trees, yeah. Straight down one side, curvy down the other, a few circles for the coconuts, and then some long oval shapes for the leaves. Gorgeous, let's do another one. Super easy to draw, and they look fantastic too, don't you think? 3 coconuts just like before, and our long palm tree leaves. Hey, do you like palm trees? Me too. You know, they always make me think of something really exotic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Brilliant. Let's draw a hammock in between those 2 palm trees. Make good use of them, I say. Have you ever been in a hammock? Oh, it's so relaxing. It's amazing. I'm just going to hang those on the palm trees. Now time to paint. Yay! Yellow for the sun, of course. Missing out the cheeks and the mouth. We're going to go for gold now to do the outside. Pink for our rosy cheeks. and red for our tongue. Then finally some peach for the mouth. Perfect sun. Turquoise. Our clouds are going to be turquoise. That's right. And why not? Why should clouds be white? This is your picture. You can paint them whatever colour you want. And I love turquoise. Green next for the palm tree leaves. Yep, you guessed it right. All 6 of them on each tree. Let's do the other one. 3, 4, 5 and 6. There you go. Brilliant. Brown now. We're going to do brown for the tree trunks. Side to side, side to side. Super easy, side to side. And the other tree. This is so therapeutic. I love painting, don't you? Now let's go for darker brown for our coconuts. Oh, green again. Yay! Green for one stripe on our hammock. Next, we're going to go for pink. Wow, look at that. So vibrant. Yellow. That beautiful reflection of the sun there. Some purple. My favourite. Red for the ends. Let's go for some peach to do our sand. It's a gorgeous rosy peachy beach. Look at the sand glisten in the sunlight. It's so gorgeous. I would just love to go and lie on this beach in the sun. Would you? Hey, let's make a sand castle. That would be fun too, wouldn't it? What do you like to do when you go to the beach? Can you swim? Or how about paddling? Let's do some blue now for the water. Gorgeous crystally blue waves lapping up and down. So relaxing. Very nice. Hey, I wonder what's in the sea. Do you think there are some fish there? Maybe a starfish like the one on the beach. Just along the bottom and we're nearly done with our ocean. And there. Let's paint green. Let's choose green next for our hedges. It's really nice to give a bit of perspective when you do something else at the back of your picture, like hedges to mark the edge of your beach. Let's do the flip-flops next. Pink straps. And yellow for the soles. Now let's go for some red and start painting the stripes on our beach mat. Yellow, I think, would go perfectly next to that red. The brighter the better. Now, what should we do the middle stripe in? Ooh, purple. Yes, what a great choice. Let's go for some more yellow now, and we're going to paint our bucket rim. Some turquoise to match the sea and the clouds. Got water in it, you see. And pink for the rest of our bucket. How about the handle? Let's do it green. Yeah. You see, you choose the same colour over and over, here and there in your picture, and it just all blends in and matches up perfectly together. Now we've got our brown rocks there, and our starfish is going to be pink. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. A day at the beach. Squawk, squawk. Oh, it's a parrot. Hello, how are you today? Hey, let's draw one. Let's start by doing the tongue and the beak. Now let's do the face and the round part of the body. Some feathers on the head, an eyebrow. Now the wing. Lots of ovals. And join it to the body. And the second layer of feathers. And a third layer of feathers with longer strokes. Wow, so simple and so effective. The other wing. Again, layer upon layer of feathers. Excellent. One more layer. Wow, look at that. Such a beautiful parrot. Now let's do the legs. We're going to do a little bit of fur at the end of those, joining onto the foot. 3 talons. Perfect, let's do the other leg. Same way. And the foot, the talons. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Oh, let's do the tail. Some long feathers for the tail. 4 feathers. Join that up to the body with some shorter feathers. And there. Brilliant. Let's paint. Starting with red. Yay, let's do red for the first top layer of our feathers. Curvy lines stay in between and do the legs the same colour. Yeah, let's have them matching. Why not? And the other wing. Curve, curve, curve. And long strokes, filling in the lines. And let's do the tuft of hair on the top as well, around the face. And the body. A nice red parrot, here we go. Ooh yeah, brushing to and fro. Let's go with yellow. Yellow for the beak. Very, very nice. Lovely peach, more subtle for the mouth. And some bright pink for the tongue. Green next. Let's do our face green, going carefully around our eye. And yellow is going to be our next layer of wing feathers. It looks so gorgeous, it matches the beak. I'd like to paint this again next week. Ooh, I love this parrot so much. I like the finishing sparkly touch. Look at that. Let's do purple next for the third and final layer of each of our wings. And they're both going to be matching, of course. Do you have a favourite bird? Ooh, I like toucans. I think they're really cool and I love the colours on their beak. But parrots are super awesome as well. I love how they can speak and learn what to say. It's amazing, isn't it? Right, blue next for our tail. The top part's going to be blue. I have to say that is one of my favourite colours. Then yellow for our first long feather. Let's go with pink next for our second long feather. Green for the third one. What colour should we do the last one? How about purple? Yeah, that will match the wings. Lovely. Brown now for the rest of the legs and feet. The light brown, kind of chocolatey, and a dark one for the talons. Beautiful. Wow, there we have it. A beautiful rainbow sparkly parrot. Squawk, squawk. All right, mate. Who's a pretty girl then? Hey, how are you today? Look at our camel. Let's draw a desert, kids. We're going to start by drawing our camel with a big hump on his back. And then we're going to do his legs one by one like that. Have you ever been to the desert? Oh, I have. It's super hot and super dry. But these camels are amazing because they can live without water for ages. Let's do our eye, our ears, and our hoofs. Our saddle. A few stripes here and there. Tassels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Now let's draw the desert surroundings. We're going to draw a few little rocks here and there. Some pyramids in the background. Maybe a palm tree with a nice long bendy trunk. Horizontal lines going all the way up. Where do you think the camel is? Maybe Egypt? That's where they have pyramids, isn't it? Actually, pyramids are all over the world. Did you know that? But we definitely know they're in Egypt. 5 gorgeous zigzaggy leaves for our palm tree, with a line going down the middle of each one, slightly varying the size of each leaf to give a little bit of perspective for our bending palm tree. Now we're going to draw the hot, hot, hot sun, with the rays all the way around. Wow, ready to paint! Let's start with a sandy yellow colour. Painting our main ground, going around our oval shapes that we've drawn on there. That's it, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. around the black lines, side to side. Now, where do they have deserts in the world? Can you think? I know that they have them in Africa, and they definitely have them in America. How about Australia? They have loads of desert in Australia. In fact, most of Australia is a desert land. But majority of people live around the edges. That's right, they live by the sea mostly. And it's very much desert in the middle. How about Pakistan and India? Definitely deserts there. It's just going around our final 3 oval shapes there. There you go. This is the biggest part to paint. And then the rest is easy, easy peasy. Almost done. That's it. Keep going. And there. Brilliant. Going for a dark sandy colour now for our rocks. Lovely. And there you go. Let's go for a slightly darker sandy colour for our pyramids. It's almost brown. You see how we're using slightly different shades of the same colour? Gives a really lovely effect. Bright green for our palm tree base and leaves. Painting carefully in between those jaggedy edges. How many leaves do we need to paint? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! That's right, well done! 5 leaves. Now dark brown for our tree trunk. Nice and narrow strokes, staying in between the lines. Perfect. And yellow for our sun. Our hot, hot, sparkly yellow sun. Now let's go with some peachy colour for our camel. It's almost like a rose gold, isn't it? What a gorgeous colour. Painting carefully around the tassels, along the legs. That's it. You're doing really well. Well done. You've nearly done it already. Now let's just do the final bit of the leg. Onto the neck. Have you ever ridden a camel? Oh, I have. It was amazing. They're so gorgeous. Carefully painting around the nostril and the eye there. Purple is going to go on our camel hump. And brown for the tip of his tail. And his ears. And don't forget the nostril. And we're going to do every other tassel yellow and the top stripe yellow too. Let's mix that with pink. Pink for the second stripe. And green next. Green for the third stripe. And the other tassels. Now red for our fourth and final stripe. Yay! We've done it! A gorgeous camel with a sparkly rainbow saddle in the desert. Look at that! Hear him bellow, hear him roar. It's Squidgy the dinosaur. Let's draw some hearts for his sunglasses. That's right, he's so cool. He's got heart-shaped sunglasses. They are super electrifying. Drawing the outline of his face now, his jawline and his cheeks. And let's not forget his nostrils and his mouth, of course. Oh, he's a happy one with some teeth. Yes. Rawr. Now we're going to draw his tummy. Yeah. Then drawing his hands. A little bit of detail on the palm there. Round his belly. And the other hand. He's got 1 thumb and 3 fingers in each hand. And we're going to do some really cool dino talons. Yeah. Look at that. Nice big dino feet. Don't forget the tail. And a star, because he's a rock star. So we need lots of stars around Squidgy the dinosaur. Hey, do you have a favourite toy? Or dolly maybe? Yeah, me too. I used to love my dolly when I was a little girl. Right, ready to paint? Let's start with red. Go vibrant on the heart sunglasses. Yeah, fantastic. Then blue next. Blue around the edge of our hearts to make the red really stand out. And let's go for yellow now. We're going to paint Dino's hands and arms and obviously his body. We're just going to do the outer part of his body for the time being, side to side, staying in between the lines, all the way round. Oh, that tickles! He's very ticklish, you know. Tickles his belly when you paint it. You have to be so careful. Let's do his second arm now. Right into his fingers. There! Let's do his head now. Around the sunglasses. Painting his cheeks and his chin. Oh yeah, Squishy the dinosaur. Oh yeah, he can bellow and roar. Rock out! Painting his other cheek. And his nose. Going around your oval-shaped nostrils very carefully. That's it. Keep in between those lines. There, now pink. We're gonna do pink nostrils and a pink tummy. Look at that. It really stands out, doesn't it? Bright yellow and a brighter pink. Ooh, I just love it. Yay! Let's do some gold now. Gotta have a bit of gold on our tail. Yeah. The dino with the golden tail. Now, how about some silver? Why not? Silver teeth and red again for his tongue. That's right, you guessed it. We're gonna go peachy pinky for the rest of his mouth. Now for some brown, let's do his feet. Painting around those claws. Painting around those talons. And a darker brown, I think, for those. Yep, we're gonna have some nice, strong, dark brown feet. Brilliant! Let's paint the stars. Green! Wow! Whoa, that looks so cool. Pink! Let's make it match his tummy and nostrils. What next? How about blue to match the rim of the sunglasses? You can choose any colours you like. We love to mix and match. And there you have it. Gorgeous Squishy the dinosaur. Yeah! Aw, so cute. Hi friends, today we're going to draw two pandas in love. Hey, let's start with the girl panda. Let's draw an ear. And a hair bow. Ah, lovely. Doing the outline of the face. A nose. Two big eye patches. With the eyes in between. So lots of oval shapes there. Don't forget the pupils. The other ear now. And a happy open mouth. Let's draw her bottom and her foot. Her leg outline. Oh, this panda is so cute, don't you think? Her arm and hand. Her shoulder. And her other hand is holding on to something. Ooh, there's another hand. This looks like a heart. And another foot. This is the boy panda. We're drawing the paws now. Let's do his leg. And his bottom. His arm and hand. Over the heart. Little bit of spiky hair there. His head. Let's do a nose. The eyes. Kind of mirroring the girl panda's features. And a mouth. They're both very happy because they're in love. The ears. His neck and shoulder. Finishing the heart. Some rosy cheeks. Finishing touches. inside of the ears. And finally, some cute little tails. There! Let's shade in the outer border. Just make it more black, more thick. And the eye patches and nose and mouths. And the arms and hands. And the legs and the paws. And the outer ears and tail. So that's all black. There, let's use some pink for her hair bow. We got to look pretty for our loved one, haven't we? Ooh, what a pretty pink hair bow it is. And some pink rosy cheeks to match. She's blushing, blushing with love. And a red heart, the colour of love. We're using wonderful colouring pens here with nice fine tips. Easy to get around those borders so that we don't go over anything we don't want to. Going around the hands and the arms, keeping within the heart border. That bright red colour really does stand out fantastically against the black, doesn't it? Very effective. Just going around the bottom edge and the feet. And then shading it in, line at a time. It's that easy, just like painting it on, but with a pen. And we're almost done with our gorgeous Valentine's panda bears holding a heart. Ah! Hey! Today we're going to show you how to draw a kitchen, starting with a big rectangular frame, some lines, some more rectangles and squares to make our kitchen surface, our kitchen cupboard, our fan extractor, our microwave, and some detail like washing up liquid and tap for the kitchen sink and a window frame. What else will we have in a kitchen? How about a sun? It's a sunny day. And a plant on the windowsill. What next? Ooh, yeah, let's have a shelf for our plates. What a great idea. A coffee machine and a couple of mugs. Our cooker top. Let's have a pot on the stove. And our cooking utensils hanging on the wall. Finishing off our microwave. Let's put some food in it. And our bottom cupboards with oven, some buttons on the oven. Final cupboards and the handles, of course. Got to be able to open things. And voila! Ready to colour in. Let's go for green. A lovely grassy green. We're colouring in all of our cupboards. Careful not to colour in the handles. We'll do those a different colour at the end. What colour would you decorate your kitchen cupboards? You know what? I really love white, but green looks amazing too. Maybe it could be a glossy green. Right, let's colour in our wall. We're going to do our back wall yellow, carefully colouring around all the details like the cooker tops and the utensils and the pots and pans and the cafetiere. Going around everything carefully. In between our cupboards and above our fan extractor. Let's colour in our window frame now. Dark grey colour. Let's use that dark grey again on our extractor fan. Great. Now we're going to just colour in our oven. A nice dark green this time, sort of olive green. It's great to use different shades of the same colour. Brilliant, and our surface top too. Let's colour in our hand wash. And our tap. Our brown pot for our plant. And a yellow sun, of course. Blue sky, I say. Lovely turquoise blue. It's a beautiful day outside. Let's colour in our plant, and our leaves and stems are going to be green. Lovely. Now for our shelf, that will be brown. It's a wooden shelf. Colouring in pink mugs. And how about a blue cafetiere? Dark blue on the bottom as it's hot and full of coffee. Now we're going to have a grey pot and grey cooker tops. How about some orange cooking utensils? Nice bright colours here and there. Turquoise microwave. Lovely. Pink around the buttons. And our food will be a nice peach. Light blue for the glass. Light grey details for our extractor fan and our oven and the cupboard handles. Keep going over all those little rectangular handles. And there you have it, a gorgeous kitchen. Hey kids, today we're going to learn how to draw and colour in a mixer. Do you have a mixer at home where you make smoothies? Maybe your mum makes hummus or something like that. Well, we're going to draw just that machine. What shape is yours? We're doing ours kind of rectangular. Just draw a handle there. Now we've got the outline, we can put some details on. A shine on the glass. And some buttons. We're doing 3 on the bottom and 1 big button. How many does yours have? Time to blacken up the border. By thickening the black lines, it can really make the colours stand out when we colour it in. Keep going, you're doing a great job. There, let's paint it orange. I wonder what we have in our mixer. Could it be carrots? Maybe carrot juice. How about oranges? Maybe it's gravy. Almost there. And done. Right, let's paint the handle orange too. Fantastic. Now yellow for the top rim. Painting carefully in between those black borders. Using a small paintbrush to do so. And the shiny part. And the rim at the bottom. Right, let's do a lovely pale sky blue for our main body. If you don't have a pale blue, you can always get a darker blue and mix it together with some white paint to make your desired shade. Painting carefully around our circular button. You see, this is really easy to draw, isn't it? You just need to put a few shapes together, like circles and rectangles. That's it, keep going. Now that part's done, we're going to do a rim along the bottom, the same colour. There. Now let's do a slightly darker blue on this part. Painting around our 3 buttons. You know, a really good trick, if you think that you're not very good at aiming with the paintbrush, you can put some tape over the borders to stop you painting over the bit you don't want to go over. And that part's done too. We can do the very bottom part now. So we're using a light and a darker shade of blue, alternating them for this lovely looking effect. Let's paint the big button in red. can be our on-off button. And our smaller buttons, let's do the first one red. These could be 3 speeds. Slow, then orange for medium. And what could be the fast button? Green! Brilliant, that really stands out. It's like traffic lights. And there you have it, a gorgeous mixer. Good job. Hi friends, today we're going to learn how to draw a seahorse. Wow, brilliant. Start by drawing the outline, a curvy line. Coming back around from the bottom to make a tail. Starting on the other side now. Then we're going to do the snout and the long nose. And the head. Then we're going to do our fin, a wing-like part of the body. Finishing the border, we can start to do the facial features. So we're doing an eye. And then the scales that go along the back, kind of like a spiky back. Then some curvy lines. Finishing touches, so some lines on the tummy. Then we can do some sea plants around, since seahorses normally live in sea algae and coral reefs. We're going to just blacken up the border, so that way when we colour it in, the colours will really stand out. And our sea plants too. We're going to colour the main body of the seahorse in yellow. You can use a colour that you really like if you want. Did you know that seahorses are mainly found in shallow tropical salt water throughout the world? They live in sheltered areas like seagrass, estuaries, coral reefs and mangroves. You can find them in Pacific waters from North to South America. You can also find them in the Bahamas. They have been found in European waters too, and even in the Mediterranean Sea. Seahorse gets its name because of its horse-like appearance, its horse-like face and the body being a sea creature. Did you know that it comes from an ancient Greek word, hippocampus? Hippos meaning horse and campos meaning sea monster, since it has a head and neck suggestive of a horse. And it also features a segmented body armour, an upright posture and a curled tail. Now we're painting the spiky back pink. We love that pink against the yellow. What colour would you like to use for your seahorse? Maybe you could do a multicoloured spine. You could start a new colour at each spiky point. That would be interesting. You could do the same on the tummy, multicoloured stripy tummy. We're doing it orange. I think that seahorse is wondering what's going on. "Who's that colouring my tummy?" he says. Did you know that seahorses range in size from 1.5 to 35.5 centimetres? That's quite a range. I have to say they are very beautiful creatures. Have you ever seen one? A real one? Let's colour the snout in orange as well. Just shading our lines on the tummy. We like that nice shading effect. Slightly darker orange there. Now time to do the fin, which looks a bit like a wing. Doing that orange to match the tummy. Again, you can choose any colour you like, and even split each segment into a different colour. We We're using nice thin-tipped pens here so that we can carefully shade in between the lines. A bit of a deeper orange on the lines. Gorgeous, look at that. Time to colour in our sea plants. Green, of course. This can be our algae. Doesn't that green colour really make the gorgeous seahorse stand out? It looks lovely next to the orange and yellow and pink. This could be algae, or it could be coral, even seaweed. Now we're going to do some blue for the water and some bubbles. It's the finishing touches that make all the difference. And there you have it, Seahorse. Hey kids, can you count to 5? Just like on one hand, you've got 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wiggle your fingers. Number 1 is so much fun. Number 2 is friends with you. You can have fun with this and draw your smiley, happy face numbers. Just ask an adult for help. Number 2, with a smile and some eyebrows. Number 3 is filled with glee. 2 eyes. Number 4 next. Number 4 on the floor. What's next? That's right, it's number 5. Number 5 is so alive. Ooh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 is so alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready to colour. Let's do number 1 yellow. I like to do number 1 yellow because number 1 is my favourite fellow. Super easy to colour in between the thick black border there. Number 2 can be orange. Number 2 is feeling the colour orange. Orange-licious! Yeah! Number 3 can be so blue. Like the sky when the sun's shining for you. Or sometimes when you're feeling sad, we say we're blue because we feel bad. Counting's my favourite thing to do, so I'll colour 3 in blue. Yeah! Which colour should we do 4? Pink, of course. I really love number 4, colour in pink, I don't want more. Oh yeah, that's the score, number 4. Last but not least, number 5. Let's do it green because 5 is alive. He likes to jig and jive, oh yeah, he's number 5. We love the colour green, number 5 loves to be seen. Ooh, yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! Hey kids, today we're going to show you how to draw something cooly. Can you think what it is? A head, 2 arms, and a kind of wavy, floaty body. What could it be? Ooh, a circle. And another circle. Those look like eyes. And a circle within a circle. And another one. And a little baby one. Doing the same in the other eye. It's a ghost! Of course it is. Colouring in the pupils black, leaving that little tiny circle clear for the shine. It's a nice way of making eyes look shiny. There you go. We're using a pen for this part. Some little eyebrows. Ah, cute. And a smile. Of course, we have a friendly ghost. Now let's really make the border stand out by thickening up the black line. Fantastic. That way when we paint it, it will make the colours really stand out nicely. We're starting with a blue paint. Using a thin brush so that we're very careful to stay in between the black borders and obviously the facial features too. We're using a cornflower blue, which is a lovely pastel colour. Very nice, very pale and ghostly if I do say so myself. Did you know that ghost comes from folklore? Sometimes they could be friendly and sometimes they might not be friendly, although there is actually no evidence that ghosts really exist. Just painting around our eyes there, very carefully, around our smile. In fact, the English word ghost comes from Old English gast, which actually comes from German, geisters. So it goes back to ancient Germany. Who would have thought, eh? Sehr gut. Now, you can use any colours you like. It depends what your favourite colour is, really. What kind of ghost do you want to draw? Would you do it round and cuddly like this one? And cute like a little baby ghost? Would you do a big grown-up ghost? Would it have legs? Would it just float like this, like a big floaty sheet? Maybe your ghost would have hair. You can use your imagination to paint it whichever way you like. Maybe you could have a little ghost family. That would be so cute. Now, as we get down to the bottom, we are getting paler and paler with our paint because we want to kind of fade it out into the white at the bottom. So you get this kind of faded effect which looks really cool. Just doing the finishing touches at the bottom here. Little touch of cornflower blue. Just a hint because there's not much left on the brush. Did you notice we didn't have to dip the brush again? We just did it with one dip and then let it fade out towards the bottom. Alternatively, you could use some white paint to create a fade effect. Perhaps you could make a rainbow ghost and do multicolours fading through the rainbow to the bottom. Carefully going in between those black lines there. And almost finished. We're using a thin paintbrush because it just makes it easier to paint inside those black borders. You could use a thick brush for the centre part. There. Now for some rosy cheeks. A smiley, happy, friendly, cute little ghost. Ah. Woo! Hi friends! Today we're going to learn how to draw a cute cupcake starting with a cherry on top. A top layer of icing and then layer some more icing underneath that. A few wavy lines. Every layer slightly different. And then we do the cake underneath it. Brilliant! Hey, let's do a face. 2 shiny eyes. Couple of little eyebrows. And a smile. Ah, right. Now we're going to thicken up the border to make a nice thick black outline. And time to paint. Ooh, which colour shall we do first? Let's do the cherry first. A nice spot of red. I love cherries, they're my favourite. Do you like the fresh ones or do you like those sweet ones? I like fresh cherries. Perfect, now let's do yellow for our top layer of buttercream icing. I think we'll make this a nice rainbow covered cupcake. Let's do blue. This could be blueberry flavoured. Imagine if your buttercream icing was all different flavours. Wouldn't that be tantalising on your taste buds? Now let's go for green. This could be minty flavoured. So you can use a separate paintbrush for each of these colours or simply dip the same paintbrush in clean water each time to wash off the previous colour. And purple, my favourite. Hey, this could be plum flavour. Or maybe even blackberry. What do you think? Now our last layer of buttercream icing could be yellow again. Yeah, yellow at the bottom and yellow at the top. Wow, it's like a rainbow buttercream icing sandwich. Vanilla, I think. Or maybe lemon. Time to colour in the cake. Orange. Painting around those eyes. Those big cute eyes. We can even mix a bit of yellow in with the orange to make it slightly more peachy. Keep going, you're doing great. Almost there. And just the last bit. Done! And there you have it, a gorgeous rainbow cupcake. Good job. Hey, today we're going to learn how to draw and colour a nice big hunk of cheese, starting by drawing a parallelogram and then triangle at the top, a few chunks out the side, and some holes in it, of course. We like a bit of holy cheese, so tell me, what's your favourite type? How about Gouda, mozzarella, feta, Edam, gorgonzola? We're just going to darken up the border there to make it bold. Using yellow paint and a small paintbrush, we're painting in between the thick black outer border. No need to go around your circles where you've marked out your holes, because those are going to be indents in the cheese. They're not hollow, so that's fine. We can just paint over those too. So it's nice and easy. You can use a big paintbrush if you wish, whatever you find easier. This watercolour style painting is a really nice way to make realistic pictures. Not too difficult, quite easy to do, a little attention to detail. Did you know that over 1,000 types of cheese exist in the world today, currently produced in various countries? Their styles, textures, flavours depend on the origin of the milk, including the animal's diet, whether they've been pasteurised, the butterfat content, the bacteria, mould, have you ever had blue cheese? How long they've been aged for, maybe they have herbs or spices, or they're wood smoked. From yellow to red, you can have all different colours too. So we're doing a darker yellow for the side piece to create a bit of dimension there in our picture. It's a nice little trick you can do for shadows and stuff like that as well. So you get the same colour, we're using yellow of course, but you do different shades of the same colour. Now if you don't have loads of different shades of paint to play with, you can just take one colour and use white if you want to make it paler, mix a bit of that colour with white in a separate pot. Or use a little bit of orange. We've got orange here, we can mix a little bit of orange in with our yellow in a separate pot to make the darker colour. So it's very easy to do. And if you want to go away from that traditional picture, you could do a multicoloured cheese. How about blue cheese? What's your favourite colour? Maybe a sparkly cheese. That would be cool. I'm not sure I'd want to eat it though. Cheese is valued for portability, long life and high content of fat, protein, calcium and phosphorus. They can be made from cow or goat's milk, sheep's milk. You can even get non-dairy varieties these days for those of you with intolerances and allergies. So by using this lighter and darker shading and drawing the top triangle shape with the bottom rectangle shape, you create a kind of 3D effect. It's a very clever way of drawing. Otherwise, you'd only be showing the cheese from the top. So we're just using the darker yellow colour to paint in our holes on the top to give, again, a bit of dimension so you can see it's a bit of a dip. A few bits here and there. Finishing touches. So one colour and several different shades. There's a little bit of orangey yellow going on there, just around the inside of our holes along the edge. Very, very small attention to detail. It does make such a difference when you don't want to do anything that's a bit wham bam in your face, but you want it to look kind of realistic. Well done, you have done a fantastic job. Let's take a picture. Say cheese. Hands! Yep, that's right. We're going to give you a hand to draw a hand. You can always trace around your own hand or just draw it freestyle like this. Using a dark black pen, we're going to draw both of our hands, the right and the left. Hey, are you right-handed or left-handed? Well, I think that's really cool. Let's colour. Gonna start with glittery gold. Ooh, so nice on the left-hand side. What shall we do next? How about red? So we're doing long vertical sections here from the fingers down through the palm to the wrist. Next we're going to go for green. Whoa, look at these colours. Hey, you can even colour your hands in the colours of your flag if you want it to be nice and patriotic. Let's go for purple. We're doing a nice multicoloured hand because we love bright colours. Now what's left? It's the thumb. Let's go for nice royal blue for our very important thumb. Well, we couldn't do much on a phone without it, could we? Let's go to our right hand, starting with royal blue for the thumb. We like them to be matching, and why not? Did you know that there are 27 bones in the human hand? 27 bones! And the fingers contain some of the densest areas of nerve endings in your entire body. Isn't it just amazing? Green next. You got it. That's right. Now, can you remember which colour came next to green? It's red. That's right. Good job. You're almost there. We've got one more section to colour after this. And it's going to be gold. Gorgeous gold. All the way down from side to side, staying in between the lines. Yes, you did it! Great job! High five! Hey, today we're going to teach you how to draw and paint a football. Good old football, the world's most famous sport, otherwise known as soccer in the United States of America and Canada. We're going to draw some pentagons on the inside of a circle and some half pentagons, kind of doing zigzag lines and then matching them up to make your pentagon shapes. Pretty simple really, and that makes your patches for your football. It gives a kind of 3D effect too. So we're going to do a thick outline for the outside. That will make the colour stand out when we paint it. So we're going to start with black, painting in black segments around the edge. Every other segment we will paint black, like this. Carefully painting in between the lines, taking your time, no need to rush. Painting's rather therapeutic, isn't it? As is sport. Do you play football? Have you ever watched a football match? Which team do you support? I think it's a fantastic game. You know, football, it dates back to the 19th century in the UK. That's pretty old. And if you really go back, you can see evidence of football-type games in ancient China, ancient Greece, even with the Romans and Native Americans. And let's not forget Oceania, the Australian continent, had several tribes of indigenous people that played kicking and catching games with stuffed balls. So, football is an all-rounder for the whole world. Now let's check out your shape spotting skills. Do you know how many sides a pentagon has? That's right, it's 5. There we go, painted the middle one. Now we can start with our colours. Red and yellow and orange and green and blue. Starting with the red, let's paint one of the top segments. Brilliant. So you can use a slim brush because we want to take care not to go over our lines. Wonderful. Sometimes a good technique is to actually paint the outside first, so kind of the border, and then fill it in with ease without worrying about going over the lines. It's a good way to do it. Now, what colour shall we do next? How about yellow? That will stand out nicely against the red and the black. Fantastic. So painting something like this, it's really easy. You just have to draw the outline of a circle. We can do that, can't we? And then just make some pentagon shapes and half pentagon shapes around the edge. It's so easy. Football is a family game, usually consisting of 2 teams of between 11 and 18 players, but some variations have fewer players than that. Sometimes there's just 5 players per team. It's a fantastic sport and it always draws in the crowds, doesn't it? Right, let's choose some orange to go next to our yellow. So we're sort of painting round in an anti-clockwise circle, painting each pentagon shape. So when you play football, as I'm sure you know, you got to kick that ball into the opposing team's net to get a goal. Now, which role would you like to play most? Would you like to be a fielder? Would you like to be the person who kicks the goal? Would you like to be the goalie, the person who defends the goal from the opposite team? We don't want our competitors getting a goal now, do we? Green is looking really nice next to that orange. Gorgeous. There you go. Now, what shall we paint our final full pentagon with? How about blue, a nice royal blue? We're painting through the colours of the spectrum. And if you want to use different colours, all you have to do is mix some primary colours together. So for example, if you mix yellow and red, you get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. And if you were to mix blue and red, you'd get purple. That's right. So we don't have to stick to these colours. We can use other colours too. A dash of green on the edge there. Repeating colours that we've used here and there, just to match it up a bit. Gorgeous. Almost there, just a couple more to go. Let's do yellow here. Brilliant. Now what colour shall we paint our last little segment? How about we mix some colours together and make purple? Now which colours did we mix? Do you remember? What makes purple? That's right, it's blue and red. And what a gorgeous colour it is too. One of my favourites. And there you have it. A colourful football. Hey kids! Today we're gonna draw a pizza. So just draw a circular outline, but don't go all the way because we're gonna cut out a slice. Do a V, another one above that. And come round to finish your slice. And a double border because we like a nice thick crust on our pizza. Let's do some pepperoni. What's your favourite pizza topping? Maybe it's vegan pepperoni. Let's do some olives, black olives. Or do you prefer green? Maybe you'd like some jalapenos if you like it hot. Some mushrooms. You know what else goes great on pizza? Peppers, I love them. Green, red, yellow and orange, all delicious. Right, time to shade the border in. Gonna make it a thick black border. Ready to paint. Starting with the crust, it's gonna be orange because it's lovely and golden from being baked in that stone oven. Ooh, all this pizza drawing and painting is making me hungry. That does look crispy, doesn't it? That's it, keep going, you're almost there. Brilliant, let's just do the edge of the slice now. Ooh, yummy. Right, what's next? How about the cheese? We're going to do it yellow, the traditional colour of cheese. Ours is mozzarella and cheddar mixed with gorgonzola. Maybe a little parmesan sprinkled on top. Do you like sprinkling parmesan on your pizza? Sounds strange, doesn't it? To add more cheese on top of cheese? But I tell you, it's fantastic. So this is the part where we really have to take care because whilst we're painting the cheese yellow, we've got to paint carefully around all of our toppings. Circular shapes for our pepperoni, then the oval shapes and rectangular shapes for our mushrooms, small circles for our olives. So we're using a small, thin-tipped paintbrush for this. And if you have the option, you can always change up the paintbrush. Use the small one to go around the detailed areas where you don't want to go over the border, over your toppings, and then use a bigger, thicker brush to cover more surface area more quickly when you are away from the danger zones. Keep going, you're doing really well. That's it, around your olive. Nearly there. This is the hard part done, nearly. And you're done! Brilliant job, well done. Let's do the pepperoni. A dark, reddy, pinky colour. And if you don't want pepperoni, they could be tomatoes. Perhaps that orange of the crust is our tomato sauce, squelching out the sides. Mmm, yummy. One more. Brilliant! Now for the mushrooms. They're going to be grey. You could use any type of mushroom, chestnut, portobello, or just plain old simple mushrooms. And there you have it, a wonderful pizza. Now let's add that parmesan. A few splodges here and there. Shake, shake, shake. On our slice. And voila! You've done it. A pizza! Great job! Hey, today we're going to teach you how to draw and paint a football. Good old football, the world's most famous sport, otherwise known as soccer in the United States of America and Canada. We're going to draw some pentagons on the inside of a circle and some half pentagons, kind of doing zigzag lines and then matching them up to make your pentagon shapes. Pretty simple really, and that makes your patches for your football. Gives a kind of 3D effect too. So we're going to do a thick outline for the outside. That will make the colour stand out when we paint it. So we're going to start with black, painting in black segments around the edge. Every other segment we will paint black, like this. Carefully painting in between the lines, taking your time, no need to rush. Painting's rather therapeutic, isn't it? As is sport. Do you play football? Have you ever watched a football match? Which team do you support? I think it's a fantastic game. You know, football, it dates back to the 19th century in the UK. That's pretty old. And if you really go back, you can see evidence of football-type games in ancient China, ancient Greece, even with the Romans and Native Americans. And let's not forget Oceania, the Australian continent, had several tribes of indigenous people that played kicking and catching games with stuffed balls. So, football is an all-rounder for the whole world. Now let's check out your shape spotting skills. Do you know how many sides a pentagon has? That's right, it's 5. There we go, painted the middle one. Now we can start with our colours. Red and yellow and orange and green and blue. Starting with the red, let's paint one of the top segments. Brilliant. So you can use a slim brush because we want to take care not to go over our lines. Wonderful. Sometimes a good technique is to actually paint the outside first, so kind of the border, and then fill it in with ease without worrying about going over the lines. It's a good way to do it. Now, what colour shall we do next? How about yellow? That will stand out nicely against the red and the black. Fantastic. So painting something like this, it's really easy. You just have to draw the outline of a circle. We can do that, can't we? And then just make some pentagon shapes and half pentagon shapes around the edge. It's so easy. Football is a family game, usually consisting of 2 teams of between 11 and 18 players, but some variations have fewer players than that. Sometimes there's just 5 players per team. It's a fantastic sport and it always draws in the crowds, doesn't it? Right, let's choose some orange to go next to our yellow. So we're sort of painting round in an anti-clockwise circle, painting each pentagon shape. So when you play football, as I'm sure you know, you got to kick that ball into the opposing team's net to get a goal. Now, which role would you like to play most? Would you like to be a fielder? Would you like to be the person who kicks the goal? Would you like to be the goalie, the person who defends the goal from the opposite team? We don't want our competitors getting a goal now, do we? green is looking really nice next to that orange. Gorgeous. There you go. Now, what shall we paint our final full pentagon with? How about blue? A nice royal blue. We're painting through the colours of the spectrum. And if you want to use different colours, all you have to do is mix some primary colours together. So for example, if you mix yellow and red, you get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. And if you were to mix blue and red, you'd get purple. That's right. So we don't have to stick to these colours. We can use other colours too. A dash of green on the edge there. Repeating colours that we've used here and there, just to match it up a bit. Gorgeous. Almost there, just a couple more to go. Let's do yellow here. Brilliant. Now what colour shall we paint our last little segment? How about we mix some colours together and make purple? Now which colours did we mix? Do you remember? What makes purple? That's right, it's blue and red. And what a gorgeous colour it is too. One of my favourites. And there you have it. A colourful football.
Subscribe and watch more. Chiki Art.